Let's do this. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the podcast. However you listen to this, however you find this, just want to let you guys know, actually doing a camera test right now. So if this works out, we might see more of this. If that works out, we'll see more of that, but obviously closer and different. And otherwise, we're sticking to this. So in case you're wondering if there's a lot of cuts or there's a lot of something's going on, that's why. And we're gonna test this for a few videos. So let's just check it out. Anyway, we're actually gonna skip the update this week just because there's not much of an update other than to say, yeah, no, I've been still working. I've been buying stuff. I've been doing stuff. I bought you over there my webcam, so that's why we're testing one. I wanted to test that out. I have a mic on the way. Right now we're still using the headphone and we're still doing it this way, but like I said, guys, we're on a journey, and every single week we're trying to do a little bit of an upgrade, whether that's audio, whether that's video, whether this is screen printed or more. There's always something to do, there's always something to learn, and as you can see, we are currently learning things as we go. So like I said, let's skip the update. Let's move on to like the meat and bones of what's going on today. Today I just wanted to jump in and talk about like the summertime, creating lines and stuff like that. So let's move on. So like for this this section, I wanted to make like a few really unique things instead of how last year when I kind of created a line, when I created like summer clothes and stuff, I did tie-dye because I knew people every year kind of really like tie-dye. So I was like, all right, wear a tie-dye and I'll put my logo on it, stuff like that. But obviously, you know, one thing that obviously you kind of learn through doing stuff is that you can't really just throw your logo on stuff. Obviously, people don't know what your logo means or what it does, so they don't really buy into it, obviously. So it's cool, you get a lot of likes, maybe you get some people to really give you a little bit of intake, but you don't really get the real feedback that like I'm looking for. And also I don't get like the sales that I'm looking for, right? So this year obviously I wanted to do something a little more substantial, a little something that really like stood out a little bit more as my brand, my idea, and what I want to do, right? So that's why I came up with this original idea of these vests and hoods. If you've been on IG, you've already seen the vests, and I think I might have posted a quick little preview of a hood that I made for summertime too. Granted, the hood idea, I do have already two versions of it. I have a more winter idea and then I have a more summer idea because obvious reasons once I kind of get into it. And they have like longer and different size, almost like scarf pieces to them. One's like about here, one goes down to more like your knee for one design. Like I said, I'll kind of get into it in a second when I get into it, because like really wanted to talk about the vests first, because the vests is where I started with for this summer project, I'll call it, just because it was something that kind of came to me, something that I was like, ooh, I kind of would like one of those. Obviously, I've seen other brands have versions of a vest or of a like chest bag with straps, like say around the chest and around the shoulders, but then it's like kind of just still a bag in the center, right? So for me, I was like, all right, well, I kind of like that idea, but I would like something a little flatter, a little more like a refined vest like you would for a three-piece, but still emulates that look, right? The crossbody chest bag look, but has a little more refinement to it. So that's when I decided to come up with the design I came up with. Again, check out IG. I just realized, did I not say welcome to EFIT Let's Talk? Welcome to EFIT Let's Talk. We're here to talk. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The vest. I decided that I was going to make the vest And I decided I was going to go with the green one first just because I had a little bit of scrap material, and if it didn't quite work well, then I could scrap it, right? So I started working with this paisley green material. I made bias tape out of the paisley green material as well, and I also used like probably a polyester, really slick, really almost raincoaty material for the inside. So it's not like soft on the inside, but it is so it slides over your stuff and it doesn't bunch up. It doesn't like snag on your shirt and like keep pulling it the whole time you're wearing it. So like I thought of it more like you would for a do-rag or a satin or something like that. Something where you don't want your hair to pull, you don't want the clothes to pull, something like that. So I I created a nice slick inside with a nice paisley outside, a nice pocket, and then really long straps. Obviously, the really long straps are multi-purpose. It is so that people have varying sizes because it is quite small at its smallest size. A kid could wear it. I can wear it at a little bit past its small size, and then you could probably get it to like, you know, quadruple XL or something like that. But I would say that if you're this big, the bag is only this big, so it may look proportionally not quite right. Like I might still have to make like an extra large version for extra large people. Like I might make something essentially like a medium version, which is more all-purpose for most people, maybe even a little more feminine, and then one that's a little bit bigger, more masculine for larger people might be the idea. But for now, I just have the one. It fits. It's like a one size fit all. I've had 3 or 4 people wear it, and I've liked the sizing on all 3 of us. So I do enjoy that one. It also has grommets on the, I guess, straps or ties. Grommets on the straps so that it stays within the hooping, and in the like the strap ties and stuff. You're right. So it's got like a straight with a wide at the end. Again, go check it out on IG. Go check it out on probably TikTok as well, where I have a video of me wearing it. After I was done with that one, obviously I wanted another one similar, but I wanted a different color, so I went with black. I added more hardware to it. There's 3 like D rings, and it's a nice, really nice striped, like they're upcycled pants, dress pants. So they're kind of like that. They're pinstriped, black, one pocket with a fold, buttons, D rings. The inside is canvas, so like the opposite of the other one. This one actually should hug and stay in place a lot better than maybe the other one does. So I did want to troubleshoot between the two, like something with a more tactile inside and something with a more slick inside, and then troubleshoot between the two. Both are good, but they're both good for different reasons, which might mean that I again keep making both for their own reasons, and then obviously giving people the like, yeah, this is more of like for dress, this might be more for play, or this might be for if you're wearing a certain type of clothing. Maybe if you're wearing a certain type of fabric shirt, this might snag a little bit more than the other one, so you might opt for this inside than that outside. Something like that. Like maybe I do something a little bit like that. I also want to make a jersey one. I also want to make one that's a lot more themed. So we're going to have a lot more coming of those, and I'm going to try to pump out quite a few of those by the end of summer, I would say. I also decided that in making that, I wanted to make one with a hood, which is kind of essentially where the second idea came from, which was a hood that I could put on anything. So the hood that I could put on anything, I figured obviously I could make a hood, just a regular hood with buttons, and then I could make it so that all of my clothes have buttonholes. so that it's just like, even if I had made this shirt, it might have 3 buttonholes around the back, and then the hood would have buttons on it. You put it around, boop, 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 button, 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 and then you have now a shirt with buttons on it. And I could do the same thing with my sweaters. I could do the same thing, with the cloaks, or with, you name it. It could basically just have like a hood that goes on it, or a zipper. You know what I mean? Maybe it does it with a zipper instead of with buttons, right? I may still do something similar to that. I haven't quite made the finalized decision, but for now, checking the time, sorry. For now, what I decided was like, maybe instead I do something along the lines of a cowl or a coif, if you know what a coif is. For some of my medieval people, right? So a cowl or a coif back in the day would have been like kind of a shoulder padded with a hood. I believe that's the difference between the coif and it was like a Gabelson. What did I say a minute ago? Start right here. Ding ding. Dummy. Forgot the word after I just said it. Anyway, be like one of those, right? So it would have drape over the shoulders with a hood on it, not a mask, a hood over it. And then you'd be able to put like your chainmail over that, and then you put your helmet over that, right? So I'm thinking, what if I kind of make a modern day version of that? So if I was wearing this shirt, I could put the hood on, I put the shirt on. Now I can have a hood with my shirt, right? So I like that, but I would also like one that maybe goes on the outside, because I don't always want to have to take the shirt off, blah, 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 right? So then I go, okay, for winter, I got this idea. And it's got these 2 things, and I kind of already teased it, kind of already said it, wasn't supposed to, but I already did. Oh well, so if you go back, you kind of might understand what I'm talking about, and we'll have the winter version of that coming in a few months. Hey! But anyway, the summer version, I just figured, okay, so what if I did it in a way, boom, it goes underneath, and then either I have it tied underneath, or I have it draped. So if I have it draped or tied, I have to figure out like what becomes the problem. Right now I have a version that is draped. I like it. I actually really like the design. I will say that I want to add still a hood tie, just because when it gets windy, I still think that you will want a hood tie, right? So add the hood tie, do that. Secondarily, I want to make another version of it, which is specifically for the beach, which might be like a towel. So not going to reveal that design either yet, just in case we have poachers. Obviously, I have no viewers really on YouTube especially, so the fact if I got a poacher, like, good for you, I can't even believe it. But I've already had my few episodes ago, I was pointing it out, but my do-rag hat I was already sleeping on, so then that kind of fucked me up. So I kind of don't want to do that again, and I also don't want to reveal it before I have a few versions of them. So I'm going to have 2 or 3 of the towel, hoodie, cowl. There it is. Coif and cowl, baby. I knew I'd remember the thing because it is a normal thing. But yeah, so we'll have a few of those. So for summer this year, I think like that's like my main focus is getting those 2. And then I do have a few other ideas. Those might be more of like bit quicker of ideas. We're gonna have I'll tease it at the end, but I do have another idea that I'm really working on. So stick to the end. Make sure you're joining me for the teaser at the end, because like I said, I do have a pretty good idea of what like the bulk of what my summer stuff is gonna be, but then the main accessories of this season will be the vest, the hood, and if I can, one other idea that I haven't even started. I haven't even played with really. So like, I wanted to talk about inspiration to move on to the next portion. I wanted to move on to inspiration a little bit. Cause yeah, obviously everybody's a little inspired, You're not always biting something, but you might be inspired. So, like, or my thought. I'm also like thinking about calling it like my thought map, whatever. So like my like mapping through my brain of where this comes from or the concept or whatever. Like I said, for this one specifically, I kind of already went over it a little bit. Like the concept really comes from me being cold, anemic, like always needing something like on my head, whether it's a hat, a hood, a baseball cap, like even sometimes just a sweatband. Like it's just crazy how bad like I need something on my head. So like creating something for myself that I can just throw on, I could have in the car, as it gets cool throughout the day, I could just be like, boom, I need the hood. Or because as you could tell with all this lighting, you can probably tell best, you maybe not as much, but boy, with all this lighting in here, my eyes are so sensitive. Blue eyes are so sensitive. So having a hood, like even if I just do this right here, like boom, my eyes feel that much better. But it's like if I just had something that I could throw on like a hood that could just be sitting up, hanging around, whatever, it would be so much easier for my life. I assume more people are a little bit like that. They have sensitive eyes, they wear glasses, they have hats, blah, blah, blah. I just want to add another option into the mix. This is a good option. I really like the option personally because I'm a hoodie person. I would like to have more options. So, boom, we got one common. Same thing with the vest. I just wanted another version of the vest that I thought I liked. So, I came up with a version that I thought I liked. I'm just gonna produce it. We're gonna see how it goes, and obviously we'll have more versions and stuff like that going. But like I said, I kind of already talked about that inspiration. Like Nike's got a chest bag vest thing. Adidas has got one that's pretty popular. I'm trying to think. Like Nike's is probably like the most popular that I've seen. And Off-White actually's got that one with the back piece with the lines in it and the thing. Again, if I can remember, maybe we'll throw a little picture of it right here so you can see the ones I'm talking about. The Nike one, the Adidas one, the Off-White one. And then those are like my inspirations. And then I branched myself away from those because I don't quite like fully all those aspects. Like I might like this, I might like that, I might like that. I kind of maybe mashed certain aspects of them together to kind of create something that I like a little bit better and had a little bit better of a fit, feel, a little bit more streamlined, something that I really dig, right? Something new that I wanted to add into the mix before we leave today. Again, just checking the time because if we're doing a camera control check, I got to make sure this one here below me is under time limit. So we're just making sure we're at time for this episode, kid. And but yeah, next, I just wanted to add in this new little thing where I threw out a little advice of the week. So hence I have the book. I threw a little notes in there too, but it's really because I want to throw out my advice of the week as a small business owner, as a new business owner, things like that. Someone who's already also ran a little bit of a business, made a little bit of money, but it wasn't in something that I really wanted to do, so had to do a little quick shift, do something that I really wanted to do. Now I'm doing marketing, all the stuff, dolo, no team, you know what I mean? I just wanted to kind of put my own little 2 cents out there. I also wanted to just preface it with that, and the fact that not just in business, but in life, I'm dolo with a child, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. I have a certain perspective. Cape Verdean, mixed blood baby, what good, baby? You know what I'm saying? I got my own perspective on life. I got my own perspective on business. I got my own perspective on raising the kids and bullshit. So yes, of course, everything's going to be slightly skewed in my own personal way. Welcome to YouTube. I had to preface it, bullshit like that. Anyway, my advice of the week, man, really don't let the shame of judgment stop you from posting and creating some stuff. I'm doing it right now. Not every time am I super positive about it. Sometimes I do get myself down. Sometimes I do overthink about things that I should or should not have done. And then again, sometimes even just that alone makes it hard to do the post that I've already done, I've already edited, and then I'm like, will people like it? Will I get traction? Will the algorithm care? Will the algorithm push me? Things like that. And I want to tell you right now that there's no shame in just throwing it out there and getting 2 likes. There's no shame in just doing it for you. There's no shame in sitting here and thinking about doing it and not doing it until next week. You know what I mean? It's fine for you to take a break. It's fine for you to jump into it right now. It's fine for you to jump in with both feet and not care about any damn thing. It's your life. You only have one of them. You got to live it. You got to do it. I've spent too much time in the fear. I've spent too much time caring about what people think. And usually it's not even people on the internet. Usually it's people who are close to me. And a lot of those times, those are the people who hold you down the most. I want to tell you right now that those people especially need to literally take a hike. Straight up, you can have your own everything. All you gotta do is be as self-sufficient as possible. You gotta find some people who will support you, whether they're in the fam, whether they're outside of the fam, whether you make up your own fam, whether it's a collaborative effort with me and the other people that you've ever met in your life. You can do this. There's no shame in putting yourself out there. I don't give a damn if it's jewelry, beads, clothing, cooking. It don't matter. You can do it. It's all up to you. Your grind, your mind. Go out, baby. There's a reason Nike said just do it. It's true. Just do it. You will find success once you've done it. That's all I gotta really say for that little portion. That's my advice of the week. Other than that, man, I just want to say, like a little tease for next week. Like I said, we're creating a line. Hopefully I can talk a little bit more about creating that line and creating like what is going to be the bulk of that. I've already said like this is the adventure of this week is designing and making the patterns for the accessories. But I do want to do something that could go a little bit quicker, just because I want to bulk out my inventory for a quick little second. So yeah, I'll have original designs, but I want to have something that is just like, okay, boom, either a stencil or an embroidery that can just be quickly applied and say, yup, good. Yes, even though a minute ago, if you go all the way back to the beginning, I said, no, I shouldn't just throw my logo on stuff, or I shouldn't put the brand on it. Yeah, we're still basically doing that. I am coming up with currently screen prints and other designs that are more referential to the brand than the brand itself, because I know all it takes is one thing, and that one thing will get popping. That one thing will add the reference and the referentialness to it, and people will come and they will buy. But until then, I just want to say that's my little shout out. It's my little tease. Thank you for joining the channel. EFIT Let's Talk, man. I hope you guys had a great time. If you like to talk, if you like what's going on today, if you like, the inspiration, you like the journey, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what your plans are. If you're going for it, you know what I mean? If my advice is out of pocket, let me know. Anything like that, boy. You know what we're doing. We're out here. Also, before I leave, ShamefulLCA.com. Go check it out. We got stuff dropping. As I told you last time, it's out there. And this is just part of the marketing, boy. It may not be anything that you ever watch. It might only be for me and my own self-interest, my own self-preservation. But if you watch it, if we watch it, if we do this all together, I love you. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, like I said, Shameful LCA. I see you, boy. Scan the QR code too. I'm trying to put one right here, boy. Peace.